Muhammad.
وقل عليك السلام يا قرآن يتمته علي وعلى يعلم وإن يشمو النبي رأيت ديوة كان رأيت جدي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله فقلنا إن جدك تحت الكساء فأقبل حسن الدعوة الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا جداه يا رسول الله ألا ترضي أن أدخل معك تحت الكساء فقال عليك السلام يا ولدي صاحب عودي بعد ذلك ودخل معه تحت الكساء اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد كما قال رسول الله عليه وسلم عليه السلام ودخل وقال السلام عليك يا رفاعه فقلت عليك السلام يا فرطين يتمت قواتي فقال لي يا عمر إني أشرب عندك راية طيبة كأنها راية جد رسول الله فقلت نعم إن جدك وقع تحت الجزاء فضل الحسين نحو الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا جدا والسلام عليك يا من اختاره الله أتعبدوا لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء فقال عليك السلام يا ولد يا شافي أمتي قد زدت لك فدخل معكما تحت الكساء اللهم صل على محمد ومحمد فقال عند ذلك أبو الحسن علي بن أبي طالب وقال السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله فقلت عليك السلام يا أبا الحسن يا أمير المؤمنين فقال يا فاطمة إني أشم عندك راية طيبة كأنها راية أخي ومن عمي رسول الله فقلت نعم ها هو ما ولدك تحت الكساء فانبذ علي نحو الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا رسول الله يتعذر لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء وقال عليك السلام يا أخي ويا وسيء وخليفتي وصاحب ديواري قد زدت لك فدخل علي تحت الكساء اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد ثم أتيت نحو الكساء وقلت السلام عليك يا فتاه يا رسول الله يا رسول الله أتعلمني أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء قال عليك السلام يا بنت يا بنتي فلدت لك فدخلت تحت الكساء اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد فلما اكتملنا جميعا تحت الكساء أخذ أبي رسول الله تحت الكساء وأومع بيده اليمنى إلى السماء وقال اللهم إن هؤلاء أهل بيتي وخاصتي وحامتي لحمهم لحمي دمهم دمي يؤلمني ما يؤلمهم ويحزنني ما يحزنهم أنا أحارب لمن حاربهم وسلم لمن سالمهم وعدو لمن عاداهم محب لمن أحبهم إنهم مني وأنا منهم فاجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك وغفرانك ورضوانك علي وعليهم وعلى من هو لسه تطهيرهم تطهيرا اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد فقال الله عز وجل يا ملائكتي يا سكان السماوات إني ما خلقت السماء مبنية ولا أرضا مضية ولا قولا منيرا ولا شمسا مضية ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا في محبة هؤلاء الخمسة الذين هم تحت الكساء فقال أمين جبرائيل يا ربي ومن تحت الكساء فقال عز وجل هم أهل بيت النبوة بمعدن الرسالة هم فاطمة وأبوها وبعضها وابنها اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد فقال جبرائيل يا ربي أتعلم لي أن أحفظ الأرض يكون مع عزيزا فقال له نعم فلنت لك فبدل أمين جبرائيل وقال السلام عليك يا رسول الله لا يدرك السلام ويخصك بالتحية والإكرام ويقول لك عزتي وجلالي إني ما خلقت السماء مبنية ولا أرض مضية ولا كونا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيئة ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا لأجلكم ومحبتكم فقال الذين لي رسول معكم فهل تعلم لي يا رسول الله فقال رسول الله عليك السلام يا أمين ولي الله إنه نعم قد أذنت لك فنقل جبرائيل معنا تحت الكساء اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد فقال ربي إن الله قد أوحى إليكم يقول إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد فقال علي لأبي يا رسول الله أخبرني ما لتدرسنا هذا تحت الكساء من الفضل عند الله فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا وصفاني بالرسالة نجيا ما ذكر قبلنا هذا في محفل من محافل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعة المحبين إلا ونزلت عليهم ورحمة وحفتهم والملائكة واستغفر لهم إلى أن يتفرقوا. فقال علي عليه السلام إذا والله فزنا وفاز عشية رب الكعبة. فقال ربي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله يا علي والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا وصفاني بالرسالة نبيا ما تدخلون هذا في محفل من محافظ الأرض وفيه جو من شيعة المشركين وفيه مهموم إلا فرج الله همه ولا مهموم إلا نصر الله غمه ولا طالب حاجة إلا قضى الله حاجته. وقال علي عليه السلام إنه والله فزنا وسرنا وكذلك شيعتنا فازوا وسويدوا في الدنيا على آخرة رب الكعبة. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد.
So, Assalamualaikum Mu'mineen. Inshallah, Maulana is on the way and he's going to be on the member by 7:45 p.m. So, uh, we're going to have some people recite much as we can, Mercy Salam, and inshallah, then we'll have the Maulana come recite lecture, inshallah. So, first with a loud salawat, I want to ask if Reza wants to come recite anything. Okay. All right. And yeah.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
बरबी बखुदा फतमन भी आवाज बुलंद सलवार
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
एक और सलवार है सारा
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
उसको कहेगा कौन उसको कहेगा कौन एक से बात कौन
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
उसको कहेगा कौन रोशन ज़मीर है उसको कहेगा कौन रोशन ज़मीर है जो कह सके वो लब हकीर है जो यारी न कह सके वो लब हकीर है हुब्बे अली का एक ही जरा हो जिसके पास हुब्बे अली का एक ही जरा हो जिसके पास वो शख्स कायनात में सबसे अमीर है वो शख्स कायनात में सबसे अमीर है उसको कहेगा कौन रोशन ज़मीर है
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद बाबा से बुलंद सलवात अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मोहम्मद वाले
करबो बला के माए मुनव्वर तुझे सलाम करबो बला के माए मुनव्वर तुझे सलाम तपती ज़मीं पे लाश बेसर तुझे सलाम तपती ज़मीं पे लाश बेसर तुझे सलाम
मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलवात
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद वाले
यूसुफ इजाजत है एक सलवार का साथ
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मोहम्मद वाले
करबो बला के माए मुनव्वर तुझे सलाम करबो बला के माए मुनव्वर तुझे सलाम जलती ज़मीं पे लाश बेसर तुझे सलाम रोकर हुसैन कहते थे बेटे की लाश पर रोकर हुसैन कहते थे बेटे की लाश पर खत में लिखा सुमरने अकबर तुझे सलाम खत में लिखा है सुमरने अकबर तुझे सलाम शुक्र खुदा लबों पे गर्दन पे तेज थी शुक्र खुदा लबों पे तो गर्दन में दर्द ज़हरा के लाल ज़हरा के लाल सब्र के पैकर तुझे सलाम। टुकड़े तेरे बदन के समेटे हुसैन ने, टुकड़े तेरे बदन के समेटे हुसैन ने, पामाल लाश कासिम मुज़तर तुझे सलाम। पामाल लाश कासिम मुज़तर तुझे सलाम। मक़तल में ढूंढती थी निगाहें रुबाब की, मक़तल में ढूंढती थी निगाहें माँ के करार अली असगर तुझे सलाम। माँ के करार अली अकबर तुझे सलाम। ज़ैनब के सर के खून से जो लाल हो गई, ज़ैनब के सर के खून से जो लाल हो गई, ऐ दूतरे रसूल की, ऐ दूतरे रसूल की चादर तुझे सलाम। ऐ दूतरे रसूल की चादर तुझे सलाम। कैदी बना के जिनको अदू शाम ले कैदी बना के जिनको अदू शाम ले गए, ऐ दीन के लश्कर तुझे सलाम ऐ दीन के लुटे हुए लश्कर तुझे सलाम ताउम्र यूं ही मजलिसे होती रहे सफर ताउम्र यूं ही मजलिसे होती रहे ज़फ़र फर्शे फर्शे अज़ाए सिबत पैगंबर तुझे सलाम फर्शे अज़ाए सिबत पैगंबर तुझे सलाम करबो बला के माहे मुनव्वर तुझे सलाम जलती ज़मीं पे लाशें बेसन तुझे सलाम
MashaAllah. What good. Now is probably the time to, inshallah, call the Maulana up. Before I call him to recite his lecture, I want to say a special thanks from behalf of the community of Al-Murtada Center for coming from Houston to recite lecture for us this Ashra. And, we're forever grateful for that. So, with a lot of salawat.
अरे सलावत
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina al-mursalin. Wa ala alihi at-tahirin. Siyama rahmatullahi fil ardin. Wa la'natullahi ala a'daihim ajma'in min al-'am ila yawmiddin. Sallallahu Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. مصباح الهدى والسفينة نجاة للسائر الأوسط.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I present my condolences to all of you, Mu'mineen, also to Maraji Karam, Rabbi Maulana, and also Zamana Jalallah Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. For the month of Abbas. Like I mentioned, it's a prediction of Prophet. You think that you came from home by yourself. No, someone who's controlling your heart brought you over here. Like I mentioned yesterday, Innal Hussein, Inna liqatl al-Hussein, hararatan fi qulub al-mu'minin la tabrudu abada. This one hararat does not let you go stay in the home. That heat, Prophet predicted 1,400 years ago. Inna liqatl al-Hussein, in the shahadat of Imam Hussein, hararatan fi qulub al-mu'minin, in the heart of the mu'minin. La tabrudu abada. Not going to be subside anytime. Abada. Abada. So again, this majlis is not only here. In the akhirat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will establish the majlis of Abu Abdullah over there when Hazrat Zahra salamullah alayha will come with the hands of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam, and they will have a majlis over there. That's why one of Farsi shair, in fact the Arabic shair, he said, Nahat alayhi al-anbiya wa rusul بل العقول والنفوس والمصل بكى عليه ما يرى ولا يرى والأرض والسماء وأتباع الثرى. Beautiful poetry. ناهت عليه أنبياء والرسل. Prophet and messenger. Not only prophet and messenger, they mourn on you, O Hussein. بل العقول والنفوس والمصل. عقول are angels, animals, jamadat. Buka alayhi ma yura wa la yura. On you cry what you can see or what you cannot see. There are so many things you cannot see. They cry out about Allah. Now, inshallah, we'll continue our discussion. I will request one Surah Fatiha for your own marhumin, especially the marhumin of those mu'mineen. They're doing all this effort to organize this majalis. They're organizing nazar and everything. Please recite one Surah Fatiha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your hajat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give shifa for all marda, all your maris at your home. Especially my mother, please also pray for them that she will get shifa, inshallah. Now, I'll continue our discussion from yesterday. I said that, look, this majlis is here for ordinary things, small things, okay? For small hajat, a small shifa. No, no, they will give you everything. You come here to get pearls from here. You said that when you're entering, when you're leaving your home, says, Ya Abu Abdullah, I'm coming to your majlis. Ya Zahra, I'm coming the majlis. That's what it is. Now, again, I use assignment, inshallah, this Muharram and Safar. You have time up to, even after Arba'in, that you need to improve your knowledge. 3 or 4 questions I gave you. Please try to improve this knowledge. Who is Hussein? Again, like yesterday I mentioned, I don't need biological data. That Hussein was the son of Abi Talib, was son of Fatima Zahra, he was the grandson of Prophet. This information Shimr also had. When Shimr, Mal'uni, was sitting on the chest of Abu Abdullah, you know, Abu Abdullah opened his eyes, says, Shimr, you know where you're sitting? Who am I? So Imam Hussein said, who's Hussein? And Shimr said, I know you're the son of Ali. I know you're the son of Fatima. I know you're the grandson of Prophet. I know there is no one better than you on this earth. I don't need that information. I don't need that information. Everyone knows that. This is not marifat. This is not marifat. You need to know Hussein. Again, who's going to introduce Hussein? Allah will introduce Hussein. Who's going to introduce Hussein? Prophet will introduce Hussein.
Subhanallah, subhanallah.
Okay. And like I mentioned, when I recited that hadith from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was Hussein. Prophet said, when I was on Mi'raj, on the journey of Mi'raj, I saw on the right side of the heavens, it was written, Innal Hussein Misbahul Huda.
Subhanallah, subhanallah.
Indeed, Hussein is Misbahul Huda. Is a torch of guidance. Safinatul Najat. Remember all the time, for the young people, anytime you know that these words are from Allah or from Khalifatullah, everything has a deeper meaning. Find out who is Hussein. Now, some people say, well, you know what, I don't want to go by the hadith. Let's go through Quran. All right, we says, let's go through Quran, inshallah. Because we need to find Hussein. The first question is, who is Hussein? All right, please remember that. I'm going to repeat that every day. Second is, what was the mission of Imam Hussein? Right? Third, what's our responsibility towards Hussein? Fourth, what are the lessons we're going to learn from the Karbala? Right? Four things, right? Simple, right? Every day, you need to think about it. By like 40 days, or like Alhamdulillah, 8th Rabiul Awwal, by that time you need to have better information. Okay? That's how you do Haqq of Imam Hussein. Who is Hussein? Number two, what was his mission? Number three, what's my responsibility towards Hussein? Number four, what's the lesson I learned from Karbala? Please say it aloud, sir. Now, again, remember that I mentioned one thing. Our problem is we do not have question. We have to have a question. Why? There's a basic law I gave you, and you're going to remember that. And again, all the laws I'm not bringing from my pocket. I'm bringing it from Imam Masum, from infallible Imam, from Amirul Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Mushkil Kusha. Imam said, all right. Imam said, listen to me. Listen to me. Al-ilmu ilman. Ilms are of two kinds. And some other hadith it says, al-aqlu aqlan. Intellects are of two kinds. Okay? Now, remember this formula. I'm going to remind you every day. Now, you need to have this habit. Okay? Ilmul ilman. Ilm are of two kinds. One of them, al-masmum. You just listen. You listen. Other one is madhu, which you digest, which you process. That's your Imam is saying. Imam is saying, al-ilmu, ilman. Ilm are of two kinds. Ilmul matbu, ilm matbu, wa ilm masmu. Wa la yanfi'ul masmu idha lam yakun matbu. Whatever is going in your ears is not going to benefit you until you will process it. So we need to have this habit. Then when you're coming here, we need to process the knowledge. We need to process the knowledge. Okay? Every hadith, every verse of the Quran, we're going to say, we're going to process it. The same way, the digestive system. How does digestive system work? What's the function of the digestive system? Well, digestive system breaks down the food into nutrition such as carbohydrates, fat, proteins. And again, some of them get absorbed in the bloodstream, so the body can use them for energy, growth, and repair. And unused material will be wasted. Right? Right? That's what the digestive system is. Right? You break it. Your mind needs to also have, again, for the young people right now, you're living in information age. So much information. Some of them is waste of information. You need to throw it out. Rest of them you need to process. It's not that you become a browsing nation. Your finger is on the browser and you're just moving like this. That's all you're doing. Or you have this remote control in your hand and you're just flipping the channel, just channel after channel. That's not beneficial. That's not beneficial. Okay? That information age, that browsing can create out vomiting, diarrhea, intellectual diarrhea, intellectual vomiting. The same thing, all day you're munching, it's not bad. You need to have whatever little bit, you need to process it. Knowledge you're getting, you need to process it. Then it will become useful for you. Okay? You got that law? Basic thing? All right, let's go and process. Please say Allahumma salli ala. All right. Now, we need to process. Again, it's not that it's Quran and we says, Alhamdulillah, we'll kiss it, we'll put it on the side, we'll listen it. Now, Quran. Surah Nahl, verse number 97. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing to you. Allah is giving a general law. Law, universal law. Okay? Man amila salihan min zakarin aw untha wa huwa mu'min falanuhyiyannahu hayatan tayyibah. The rest of the part I'm going to explain later on. Man amila salihan. Man amila salihan. Man amila salihan. Whoever will perform amal salih, righteous deed. Whoever will perform righteous deed. Now again, this is like when I recited the verse first time. This is ilm masmu. Now you need to digest it. You need to analyze it. You need to look at the critical way. And then you need to process in your own mind. You need to do it. It's still whatever I'm saying, it's masmu. You also need to think about it. When you start thinking, then it will become your part. Otherwise, it's not going to become your part. When you're going back, just try to remember these words and again try to think about it. Then it will become part of your soul. Okay? Otherwise, you will forget it. Okay? Man amila salih. That's number one. Whoever performed the righteous deed. Everyone is paying attention, right? Man amila salih. Whoever performs righteous deed. Min zakarin aw unsa. Allah said, well, doesn't matter. That person is male or female. Min zakarin aw untha. Zakar means madhkur, that person who is male. Min zakarin aw untha. Or they are nisa, lady. Doesn't matter. That's beyond the point. Again, Allah said, no need to worry about it. For me, both male and female are equal. I created them. It's a separate discussion. Why Allah, why you created as a male and female? That's a separate discussion. That's just because of the design. I'm a best designer. And the best designer. Like that's why when Allah created, He said, Tabarakallahu ahsanul khaliqeen. I'm the best designer, right? Allah Himself, right? As such, like some designer, He will come up and He designs something and He says, Ahsan, Tabarakallah. He's praising Himself, Tabarakallah. Right? Oh, I'm the best designer, right? No, that's a separate discussion. That's not my topic. I don't want to go distract on it. But again, if you have a question, inshallah, we'll answer that part. Allah designed, there is a purpose Allah designed as a male and female. And there is a purpose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them a different psyche. It's proven now, right? MRI of the mind, they can show the different psyches, right? None of them is superior or inferior. None of them is superior or inferior. Yeah, they have different responsibility. They have different role. Based on that role, they play that role, right? That's what it is. It's like on a stage, like what the Shakespeare said, that all of us, we are on this stage of the world and we are performing different role. The director says, I'm going to on this play, I'll make you as a CEO, I'm making you as like CFO. Now that like this CEO, he says, oh my God, look at this. I'm such a good guy. I'm superior. Allah says, look, this is a game. This is just a play, right? So again, yeah, as a male and female, Allah gave you different responsibility. Allah said, play your role, okay? Play your role the way I told you. Do not try to mix and do not try to take place of other places. Right now, the biggest mistake it's happening, males, they are trying to take the female role, females, they're trying to take the male role. I don't want to go more than it become very political. Please say aloud, salam. You don't need to have a gender confusion. They're putting very beautiful word, gender affirmation. Forget it. Ignore it. Okay? That's beyond you. All right, let's go back. Again, remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the addressing. Man amila salih. Whoever will perform righteous deed. Min zakarin aw untha. Don't care. That's beside the point. Allah mu'min. But that's important. That person need to be mu'min. Right? وَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. That fa is a result. Right? All right, I think you like math, right? Let me go put this as an equation. Right? All right, there are two variables, and there is equal sign, and there is a result. Man amila saliha, number one, plus, because that's wow. It's not all. It's not an or relationship. It's an and relationship. It's an and, right? You know the and relationship and or relationship? It's an and relationship. Now, this or is not Urdu one, it's like OR, right? I'm not talking the or. Or is like, in Urdu, it's like wow. It's like and. No, that's mathematical terminology, right? It's an and relationship, which means you require both of them. Man amila salih min dhakarin aw untha fahuwa mu'min. And that person is mu'min. All right? What's the lesson? That up to now, we are masmum. We are listening, right? Now we do critical thinking, right? All right, can anyone say, oh, you know what? I'm a believer on Amirul Mu'minin. I don't need to do anything. Equation is incomplete. Equation is incomplete. If your equation is not complete, you cannot have equal sign and then فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. I'll give you, that's the result. Fa is result. Fa in Arabic is result, right? وَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ. We'll give them حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. It's not give them, even that give. We will give the hayat, nuhyiyannahu. That even the verb is that. So no one can translate something else. No, we will, I don't know how to translate. Wala nuhyiyannahu. We'll give them life. Which life? Hayatun tayyibah. We'll give them hayatun tayyibah. Allah, was I dead before? Allah says, I'll tell you later on. But you didn't have hayat. You have other hayat. You have hayat mean life. You have other life, but not hayat. Okay. All right, what's the message? Now, we have to think, right? Matbu. You know, when you engrave something, it takes time, right? But when you engrave something, it's forever, right? When you go on the mountains, you engrave your name. That's kind of matbu. You need to process it. If you really make it part of your soul. All right, so remember that part. There are two things. No one, if anyone will come with one part of the equation, he says, I'm doing a good deed. I don't need to be believed, right? And again, when I came long time ago. Someone says, Maulana, what about this? If someone is like a good moment, is doing like for example, one of the question was Edison. Well, Edison did like so much service for the humanity, but he was not a believer. Where are you gonna go? I said, all right, I don't need to say anything. Allah knows what was his intention. But equation said that only the righteous deed is not going to work. You need to be Bahua. Allah will reward him in this world for something. He'll become popular, he will get lots of money, people will respect him. There are so many things. He may not get it. Hayat Tayyiba. Hayat Tayyiba is important. Right? We will discuss what is this Hayat Tayyiba. Okay. Later on. Not right now. So important. So important. I cannot explain right now. It's not a joke. It's not that some fancy word. No. Some catchy. No, it's not. It's a deep meaning. All right, so man amila salih min zakarin aw untha fahuwa mu'min. Need to be mu'min. So again, if anyone will say that, look, I'm doing an NGO work, I'm helping so many people, I don't believe anything. I says, well, good job. You're going to get respect. Your name will be in New York Times. UN will award you a medal, but Allah is not going to give you hayat today. Because that equation is incomplete. Remember that I put that equation now. Variable number 1 plus variable number 2 equal to result. Man amila saliha. You need to perform amal salih. Plus sign. You need to believe. Then equals sign. فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. Then we will give you hayat. Please decide. Now let me ask you one thing. When I translate just simple, right? Now again, we are still processing, right? Man, because Allah did not say anything. Allah did not mention. Allah says, Man amila salih. Whoever performed the righteous deed. Who's going to define what's the righteous deed? What's the opposite of the righteous deeds? Amal salih. What's the opposite of amal salih? Wicked work, sinful work, something you can just not justifiable. Even a someone transgender, gay, or anyone, he also tried to justify his action. No one is saying that I am performing a wicked action. No, everyone is saying I am doing amal saleh. So who is going to define amal saleh? Who's going to define amal saleh? And what is the iman? Why not everyone has hayat tayyibah? All right, maybe you're curious. What is hayat tayyibah, right? It's very hard. You know, sometimes it's not easy to define hayat. Is it easy to define it? No, it's not easy. I said define hayat. You will define hayat. Hayat means life, guys. I'm sorry. It's the young people there. I have to. I keep repeating this word, so you know the Arabic part. Okay, let me tell you one thing, guys. Let me tell you one thing. Okay, sometimes I see the excuse from the young people. I don't know Arabic. Man, this Arabic is so easy. Okay. No, don't underestimate yourself. Okay. In the Farsi crowd, when they were Farsi, like the speaker, they're talking in Arabic. It's still people have to listen those terminology. That's how they get familiar. When we were like growing up in Urdu community, they didn't have that like hayat. They have different styles. So again, just don't say no. I just need to change. Come on. You'll listen 5-10 times and you'll remember, right? But I get surprised. Well, I have 17, 18 years old, right? When I was playing, I says, my God, all this terminology you do with like all these games, how do you remember all these things? So complicated. You remember all these things? All this terminology, you're spending like 2 hours, 3 hours. So it's easy. It's just like psychological. We think that no, the Islamic terminology, they need to be really someone who just have extra have like A, B, C. Come on. You can, if you guys can like understand those games, I cannot understand those games. Believe me, you can. You guys are an expert. When you sit down, you play. Oh my God, I said, man, you're like a scientist. How do you know all these languages, terminologies? So do not even come and say, oh, what is the hayat? I said, already live, right? Remember that. Memorize it. Right? So again, I'll make a mistake, you'll forgive me. Please recite aloud, salam. Who's going to define what is Amal Saleh? Who's going to define what is Iman? Right? And it needs to be as per design requirement, right? Let me ask you this. I was telling brother Hassan that again we have this school, Al Hadi school, and again it's full, packed, and we have like 288 people on the waiting list. So last year I said, let's go and have the trailer, right? How hard it is to get the trailer? He says, Maulana, nothing. We're gonna buy it. How much money? He says, fine, we're gonna pay. Right? We're gonna pay. We'll buy the new. It's not available, shortage, everything. Fine. We're gonna pay 300,000. 300,000 we'll pay. We'll pay 300,000. Get it. He says, well, it's not easy. You need to go to the city code. Or unless you wanna act like a desi people and just hanky-panky style. Notes, nothing, and just stand up. No, we don't want to do that. You need to have everything legal. You know how long it took? 9 months. My God, gave me a headache. City that says, well, where's the architecture of these things? Well, come on, bring it. Can I bring it from this? No, license architect. License architect. No, this guy no. License architect. And again, Dr. Azad, they are sitting. They need to practice something. They'll show they'll show a degree that says, no, get the license from the medical board. Right? You want to drive, he says, look, you go to the car and says, I'm the best driver. I'm a born driver. My dad taught me this from the 10th years, right? Please let me drive. He says, no, get the license. Get the license. Why? Well, because when you're driving, you can harm someone. Well, why can't I practice law? Oh, no, you need to get a license from the Bar Association. I know so many attorneys and pharmacists. I know at least in my families and other people, they say, well, Maulana, you have pharmacy, but I still have to pass the exam. The exam for the pharmacy takes a long time. It's tough. It's not easy. He says, good luck, man. We spend 2-3 months and prepare for that. Right? Why? Because maybe you will give a drug which is not appropriate. You can cause damage to someone's body. Right? Need a license. Why deen is so cheap? Anyone can come without any license. What's the license mean? You have authentication. You have authority from us. You can practice this. Why anyone can stand up and says, all right, let me go and become an imam of this. Let me go and give an opinion about this. What is this? Deen is so cheap. There is no danger. If you, how many times doctor can give the wrong prescription, can write the wrong prescription? Maybe once in a million. This is no, it's not allowed. What about if someone will give a wrong prescription about the religion? Not only this, religion is not only for the afterlife, not only his physical health, not only his mental health, not only his emotional health, not only his spiritual health, everything is in danger. That's why you need to know who is Hussein. Hussein had that license from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hussein had that license from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's not only from your sources, it's from everyone's source. Please recite aloud salawat. All right. It's not just like authentication. You know that sometimes that some people they show, like for example, an electrician is coming, he's showing us his certificate, and there are so many stamp on it, right? I'll show you the stamp on Hussein and Ahlul Bayt. Okay, from the people they opposed them. Okay, when Prophet, he was the doctor of the soul and for the humanity. When he was leaving behind, he says, I'm leaving behind two weighty things called Hadith Taqlain. Inni tarikum fikum Taqlain. Kitab Allah wa itrati Ahlul Bayt. I am leaving behind two authentic sources. As long as you're attached with them, you'll never get astray in your life. You'll not get astray physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. Never get astray. Never get astray. So now let's go. In 15 minutes, we'll review this. All right, for the children, you need to know this information. All right, so we have two sources, right? Two authentic sources, right? You cannot just come and say anything. You need to have a backup for everything. Whatever you see, you need to have authentic source behind. It says one source is Quran about Islam. Anything you say, you need to show me from the Quran. If the second source is Hadith, right? From Ahl Sunnah, they have 6 sources, 6 book of ahadith. They call Sahih Sitta. By the way, the translation of Sahih Sitta is authentic 6. That's what they call. Prophet did not give the title. They themselves put that. Okay. Doesn't have the stamp from Prophet. They themselves put Sahih Sitta. What's the name? Sahih Bukhari. All right. Let me remember. This is important, brothers and sisters. Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sunan Abi Dawood, Sunan Ibn Majah, Sunan Tirmizi, Sunan Nisai. 6. That's 6. 6. Right? Famous one, Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sahih Tirmizi. Okay, 3 Sahih, but Sunan. Sunan is the plural of Sunnah. Tradition. And again, Shia have 4 original books called Kutub Arba'a. Kutub Arba'a. 4 books. Al-Kafi, Sheikh Kulani. Man la yahdarul faqih, Sheikh Sudu. Tahzibul Ahkam, Sheikh Tusi. Wal Istabsar, Sheikh Tusi. 2 books by Sheikh Tusi, 2 other books. Look at the stamp of this hadith Saqlan. In 15 minutes, there was such a long page, I decided not to go for all of them. And in fact, I asked that. One time we have this one ummah with Brother Ani Sunnah. I used to go to the mosque also. And again, we have this program where one ummah, Shias and Sunni and other people, they have this program. There I mentioned to them that when I look this hadith, again, the hadith is this. Prophet, after his last Hajj sermon, he mentioned, again, you know that my habit is not to disrespect anyone. I'm just talking very, very intellectual discussion here. Not to disrespect, not to put down anyone. Okay. That's always my intention. I always respect all people. Okay. That's my disclaimer all the time. Never ever I disrespect any opinion. Okay. I just says you need to have, like you sitting in a university, that person is said that that's my opinion. I says that's my opinion. Let's have the argument and let's accept without fight, right? So I asked these brothers, like I says, well, you have these ahadith, like in this in Itarikum fikum taqlain. Majority of the time, all of our ahadith, they have this two part that I'm leaving behind two weighty things. One of them is Kitab Allah, and the other one is Itrati Ahl Bayt. My lineage, my children, Ahlul Bayt. Only one or two ahadith they call Sunnati. Why you emphasize on Sunnati when you have majority of your ahadith in every book? They didn't have an answer. Look at that. That's why I'm just going to go the list on. Sahih Muslim. Again, it's from Zayd bin Arqam, very famous Sahabi, very respectful Sahabi. And again, he had this long Qama Rasulullah Yawman Fina, and he's talking about Yawme Ghadir Qum. And in the end, he said, I'm going to skip the complete thing. He says, Inni tarikum fikum at-taqlan awwaluhuma kitabullah fihi al-huda wan nur. I'm leaving behind two heavy, weighty things. One of them, the first one is Kitab Allah, which is Quran. Fihi al-huda, there is a guidance and light in it. Fakhuzu bi kitabillah, and hold down this Kitab Allah. Wastamsiku bihi, and you cling with that. Fahassa ala kitabillah wa raghiba al fihi. Thumma qal wa ahli bayti, and my ahli bayt. Azkurukumullah fi ahli bayt. He said 3 times. It's written in Sahih Muslim. Azkurukumullah fi ahli bayti. Azkurumullah bil ahli bayti. Again, I show you the stamp from Sahih Muslim. Sunan Tirmidhi. From Jabir bin Abdullah Ansari. Ya ayyuhan nas, Prophet is saying. I'm just skipping real fast. Ya ayyuhan nas, inni qad taraktu fikum ma in akhastum bihi lan tadallu. If you get cling with these two, you will never in your life get astray. You'll never get confused in your life. Kitab Allah wa itrati ahlul bayt. Musnad Ahmad. By the way, all the Wahhabis, they're the branch of Hanbali. Hanbali, their Imam is Ahmad Hanbal, and his book is Musnad Ahmad. He is like the fourth one of this. Aimai Jahrgani Maruf. He says, he write from Prophet, Inni tarikum fikum khalifatain. I'm leaving behind 2 khalifa. Itrati Ahl Bayt, Kitab Allah, Habl Mamdud ma bayna sama'i wal, Kitab Allah, which is a rope between earth to the sky, wa bayna sama'i lal arz, wa itrati Ahl Bayt, wa innahuma lan yaftaraqa hatta yaradda ala al-house. They will never get separated from each other until they will reach to the house. Please cite Allah. Look, I'm not wasting your time. You need to have yaqeen on authenticity of Aimma alayhi salam. If you have this much doubt, it causes a problem in your life. That's why I'm showing you the stamp, the license of authenticity of Hussein and Ahlul Bayt. I'm showing you this. Okay. So now, let's go back this question. Man amila salih min dhakarin aw untha fahuwa mu'min falanuhyiyannahu hayatan tayyibah. Now, who is going to explain what is amal saleh, righteous deed? This will come from authentic dealer, authentic person from Allah and Rasul. No one else has a right to say what is amal saleh. Otherwise, everyone will say, this is amal saleh. This is amal saleh. Maybe Buddhists will say, this is amal saleh. You should do yoga in the morning. That's amal saleh. Maybe the Jew, they will say, you put like this shawl on yourself in the morning. You have seen they do also ibadah in the Fajr time. They move like this and they do amal. They say this is amal saleh. Maybe Christians will say going to the church on the Sunday is amal saleh. Someone else will say whatever that amal is amal saleh. Maybe brother on Ahl Sunnah will say Taraweeh is amal saleh. But we'll say only amal saleh will be if it's in Kitab Allah wa itrati Ahl Bayt. Please say it's not prejudice, it's profit. It's profit. It's not something you and I will decide. Otherwise, we have so many confusion. What is Iman? Right? In this equation, again, we are after, what we are after? Hayat Tayyib. Right? And we will define what is Hayat Tayyib later on, not today. Hayat Tayyib. Only thing I can tell you, someone who has Hayat Tayyib, no matter he is driving at 2 a.m., and his car will stop in the jungle. He will not have any fear. Because one of the signs of Hayat Tayyibah, there is no huzn, there is no there is no fear. La khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. They don't have any fear. They don't have any worries. Like Hussein, when he was standing, he didn't have any fear. He didn't have any huzn from Hurmala, from anyone. He didn't have that. He didn't have that. Zainab, when she was standing in front of Ibn Ziyad, she was standing like a lioness. Then this Maulana asked, كيف رأيت صنع الله? How did you see the work of Allah? What did she say? ما رأيت إلا جميلا. When she was standing in front of Yazid, no, she didn't have any fear or huzn from Yazid. You know how she called to Yazid? Yabna Tulaqa. No one dared to call anyone like this. Yabna Tulaqa is like a curse. Yabna Tulaqa. I'm just giving you a hint. We're going to discuss about Hayat Tayyibah. That Hayat Tayyibah is missing. Why? Because that equation equals sign. Before that, there are two things. Man amila salih. Fahuwa mu'min. Iman and amal salih. All right, so the first message, no one is going to miss the salat. Especially Salat al-Fajr. No one will miss it. That's Amal Salih. Right? Is it not Amal Salih? Are you after what do we want? What's our desire? All right, if you have got a degree, if you are after degree, why we are after degree? So we are fear from the future. We are fear from the financial instabilities. Right? We are after money. Why? Deep down there is a fear. We are after strength. We need to have a best house. Why? If there is a storm, if there is a cold or hot weather. Right? We are after all this stock market, job, security, everything. Deep down, we have fear. We have these things. Is it not that we are after? The first step is, in a true sense, in the language of Hussein, and that will be also give the mission of Hussein. Language of Hussein, you need to know what is Amal Saleh. All the time you ask, what is Amal Saleh? And what is Iman? What is Iman? then will be equal sign. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. That's why, that's why. When Imam did not have that fear, that's why Imam, today was the second Muharram. Today is still because Maghrib didn't happen. When Imam moved from Medina to Makkah, Imam was there in Makkah from the late Rajab or early Shaban to the 8th or 9th of Zilhajjah, he was there. On 9th of Zilhajjah, he changed his ihram from Hajj to Umrah and he left Makkah. Now, there is a report, there's a dialogue happened. Muhammad bin Hanafiya is Imam Hussein's brother. He came near Imam Hussein and he said, it's narrated, Sara Muhammad bin Hanafiya ila al-Hussein fi laylati allati arada al-khuruj sabihatiha an Makkah. The next day, the night before the day Imam planning to leave Makkah, Muhammad bin Hanafiya arrived. He came near Imam, and again, Imam is the elder brother. He said, Ya akhi, inna ahla Kufa qad arafta uzruhum bi'abik, ghadruhum bi'abik, wa akhik. My brother, do you know the way Ahle Kufa treated your father and your brother? They're not trustworthy. You know what happened in the past. Why don't you go to somewhere else? First of all, Imam said, I don't want to stay in Makkah. Yazid will try to kill me in Makkah. That was Yazid's plan. Imam didn't want the sanctity of Makkah to get hurt. Because again, the plan was that in the disguise of Hujjaj, the agent of Yazid will come and kill. So Imam didn't want that. So Muhammad bin Hanafiya said, then why don't you go towards Yemen? And you know that in Yemen, there are followers of Amirul Mu'mineen, and that will be a safe haven for you. Imam said, okay, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about it. The next day, Muhammad bin Hanafiya heard that Imam is moving towards Kufa. So he came, hurrying, riding horse. He came, he jumped from his horse, he held the rein of the horse of Imam, and they said, Ya akhi, alam ta'idni an nazara fima sa'altuk. Didn't you say that you're going to think about what I asked? Imam said, Bala. فقال آتاني رسول الله بعدما فارقته فقال يا حسين اخرج فإن الله قد شاء أن يراك قتيلا. He says, last night, Prophet came in my dream and he says, Hussein, Habibi Hussein, let's go. إن الله قد شاء أن يراك قتيلا. Allah wants you to get killed on the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This deen cannot be saved without your sacrifice. Imam did not have any fear. As soon as Muhammad bin Hanafiya heard this, he says, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Then he says, brother, when you know that you will get killed, it's not a secret anymore. Why you're taking this Zainab Kulthum? He said, Qala Rasulallah, Inna Allah qad sha'a an yarahunna sabaya. Allah want that my message is not going to complete without Zainab having a seer. With that, Hussein left Makkah. Now Imam Hussein is traveling towards Karbala. The caravan of Hussein, it's reported, reached to Karbala on the 2nd of Muharram. Today is 2nd of Muharram. Again, now this is 61 Hijrah. Imam is reaching there in Karbala, but then 20 years before Imam reached there, Karbala, there was another caravan when Imam Ali, he was in Kufa, he was going towards Siffin, he stopped right there. His caravan was crossing a desert, and Imam, without any reason, he stopped his horse, he dismounted his horse, and he sat down on the land of Karbala. Ashab came and says, Imam, what is this place? Why did you stop here? Why did you stop here? Asbaq bin Nubata, he said, قال أتيناه مع موضع قبر الحسين فقال علي ها هنا. This is the place. مناخ ركابهم. This is the place that caravan will be dismounted. وموضع رحالهم. They will establish their tent. ها هنا. محراق دمائهم. Their blood will spill here. فتية آل محمد. جوانان آل محمد. This is like 20 years before Imam came. Now Imam Hussein is going towards Karbala, and at one point he realized that his horse stopped walking. He stopped. Imam is an Imam of this kainat. He knows there is a reason why horse is not. He changed the horse. It's narrated Imam changed 7 horses. And then finally he came down. He says, bring the people from here. Some of the old people came. Old people, they were like holding their hand like this in front of Imam. Imam said, Ya Qawm, ma yuqal hadhihi al-arz. What's the name of this land? Qalu arzul Ghadariya. This name is called as Ghadariya. Imam said, فَهَلْ لَهَا اسْمُ غَيْرِ هَذَا. Is there any other name? قالوا تسمى نينوى. This is also known as Nainawa. Imam said, فَهَلْ لَهَا اسْمُ غَيْرِ هَذَا. There is another name for this land. قالوا تسمى بشاطئ الفرات. هَلْ لَهَا اسْمُ غَيْرِ هَذَا. Imam was keep asking. Finally, this says, one old guy says, تسمى كربلا. Imam, as soon as Imam heard, هذه والله أرز كربلا. And Imam repeating the same word, Imam Ali said, Ha huna taqbu rijalu. This is the place our man will get killed. But tarfulun nisa. Wa huna mahal qaburana. Anzulu ha huna. Wallahu muhattaraqabana safakudumana. This is the place our blood will shed. Ajrukumullah. Imam called Bani Israel, all the people of Bani Asad. Which land they belong to? Who own this land? He says Bani Asad. Bring them. They brought Bani Asad. He says, I like to buy this land. I like to buy this land. How much money you want? Imam bought that land. When he bought the land, he gave this, I'm giving the hadiyah back to you. But there is only condition. Imam was thinking about you. Today you're sitting over here in the AC, nice fans are running. Imam was thinking about you. Imam said, one day our Zahirin, they will come on this land. Keep them as a guest 3 days. But then he said that now, can you please give us a favor?
when we died, can you come and bury? Then he says, all right, can you send your ladies? The ladies came. It's the first time someone is giving this much respect to the ladies. They came with their hands and says, Yapna Rasulullah, you have anything? He says, if your mans get afraid, come over there while you come to fill the water from Shatiul Farhat through like dust on our dead body. And then he says, can you send your children? When the children came, Imam said, maybe your parents will get afraid when you come, you get through while you're playing over here. Ajrakumullah. Imam asked to erect the tent over there. Now, Imam asked all the ladies, they established a big, huge tent. And all the ladies came, Zainab Kubra came. Farsi Shairi, a beautiful poetry. He says, Darmiyane khema-e ziba-e to naledar khar shida-e to. Zainab came inside the tent and she started crying. Kheme ha booye ajibi midad, booye jasoos-e gharibi midad. Zainab is not feeling good. खैमे ये माना अगर एक मतलब मजहर आवारगी है ज़ैनब खैमे हाबूये असीरी मिदाद खैमे हाबूये यतीमी मिदाद हुसैन खैमों से असीरी की बू आ रही हुसैन खैमों से यतीमी की बू उतरी आप अकेला बनी हाशिम है उतरी एक दफा कहा मेरे भामाजाए को बुलाया जाए हुसैन को बुलाया जाता है हुसैन को बुलाया जाता है कहते भैया भैया ये कौन सी जगह है ये कौन सी जगह है यहाँ से फौरन चले चलिए फौरन चले चलिए कहा बहना यहाँ तो हमें कुछ दिन रहना है यहाँ तो हमें कुछ दिन रहना है हुसैन चलिए कहा ज़ैनब आप करीब आए बहन को गले से लगाया बहन अब क्या बात ज़ैनब क्या बात है भाई मैं जब से आई हूँ खैमों के पीछे से एक बीवी के रोने दर्दनाक आवाज़ें आती हैं आप इतनी जल्दी अपनी मादर गिरामी की आवाज अरे ये फातिमा ज़हरा अल्लाह लानतुल्लाह अल कौम ज़ालिमीन फ़यअलमुल्लज़ीना ज़लमू अय्युम Barilaha. Please fulfill the hajat of all mu'minin and mu'minat. Barilaha, for the sake of Hazrat Zainab Salamullah Alaiha, give shifa for all the marda, especially my mother. Barilaha, for the sake of Hazrat Zainab Salamullah Alaiha, give us a tawfiq that will save our children. Barilaha, for the sake of Hazrat Zainab Salamullah Alaiha, give us a tawfiq will transfer this love of Ahlul Bayt to our next generation. Barilaha, for the sake of Hazrat Zainab Salamullah Alaiha, save all mu'minin and mu'minat. Maraj Ikram, Rahbar Ma'azam, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasten the zahur of our beloved Imam, Hazrat Hujjatullah, and give us a tawfiq that will be with our Imam, not against Imam. Rahim Allah man qari al-Fatiha.
जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, 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 रोज़ाए शबीर पर दूंगा दुआले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, है जहाँ गंजे शहीदा, है जहाँ लहरे फुरात, है जहाँ गंजे शहीदा, है जहाँ लहरे फुरात, जिस जगह सैयद मेरा प्यासा रहा ले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, जिस जगह जागी थी किस्मत पर की वो देखूंगा मैं, जिस जगह जागी थी किस्मत पर की वो देखूंगा मैं, आसीनों पर कैसे होती है अदाले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, इस कदर नादार दिल सफर कुछ भी नहीं, इस कदर नादार दे सफर कुछ भी नहीं, दोष पर अपने पिता कर हवाले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, जिस जगह अब्बास के बाजू कलम हो कर गिरे, जिस जगह अब्बास के बाजू कलम हो कर गिरे, उस जगह मैं भी करो मातम जरा ले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, जाने वाले करबला के करबला ले चल मुझे, जाओ सैयद 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 कासिद मेरा खत ले जा, जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा, जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा, जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा, जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरे
बाबा की पहचान यही है कि कासिद मेरे बाबा की पहचान यही है कि अब्बास अलम पकड़े नजदीक खड़ा होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरे भाई का है नाम अली अकबर, कासिद मेरे भाई का है नाम अली अकबर, हम शक्ल पैगंबर है सहरा भी बना होगा, कासिद मेरा मत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, मासूम सकीना की पहचान ये है कासिद, मासूम सकीना की पहचान ये है कासिद, सीने पे शहे दिल के सर उसका रखा होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, सब कुछ वो तू ले लेना जो दे दे मेरा भाई, सब कुछ वो तू ले लेना जो दे दे मेरा भाई, अकबर ने मेरा तोहफा ईदी का रखा होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, चलते हुए घुटनी हो असगर जो निकल आए, चलते हुए घुटनी हो असगर जो निकल आए, गोदी में उठा लेना एहसान तेरा होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, पूछे जो फूफी ज़ैनब क्या हाल है सुगरा का, पूछे जो फूफी ज़ैनब क्या हाल है सुगरा का, कहना के बहुत तप था अब और सिवा होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, कासिद मेरा खत ले जा तेरा भला होगा, Hussein, 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 Hussein,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम या अब्दुल्लाह, अस्सलाम वालेकुम या इब्न रसूलुल्लाह, अस्सलाम वालेकुम या अमीर मोमिनीन व नसीहत व वसीयत व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। अस्सलाम अलैकुम या गरीब और गुरबा